Two comes to go if they win West Brom tonight. But Conte is adamant. It was by no means an easy season for Chelsea. Don't be fooled. The more you look, the less you see. It wasn't easy for me and my players. That's according to Antonio Conte. Away from that one comma, let's go straight to the locker room of Manchester United, where one man is hailing his players as well. His name is Jose Felix Mourinho, and the man is saying, Manchester United, my players, they did well, they gave it their all, and right now they are right there in the final of the Europa League. And he says hard work, of course, has really paid off for his players after they limped to the final of the Europa League, where they will be looking to make things happen. You do know, ladies and gentlemen, that it ended 1-1 right there at Old Trafford, and the man says he, of course, had to suffer. Yes, the players had to suffer until the end, as his players gave absolutely everything to make it happen. Let's hear from Jose Mourinho this morning.
We had to suffer until the end, and everything was open until the last second, but the boys, they didn't play a phenomenal match, but they fought, they gave everything they had to give, and I'm really pleased for them, because 14 matches and we are in the final, so that's good.
All right, 40 matches, we're in the final. The words of Jose Felix Mourinho. Yes, indeed, but the man is ruining the red card given to Eric Bailly. Yes, you remember, towards the closing stages of the match, defender of Manchester United, and the man who scored the equalizing goal for Celta Vigo, Facundo Roncaglia. They were both red carded right there at the Theatre of Dreams. And for the man called Eric Bailly, it will be a nightmare, because he will not be there when Man United look to battle Ajax. In fact, one man is talking about that tie so much, Edwin van der Sar. I'll come to that in a bit, but let's go straight to more inside the locker room. They say when a man is leading a race, it does not mean that he will eventually live it. Yes, indeed, it does not mean that he will eventually win it. Beg your pardon. Yes, when a man is leading a race, it does not mean he will eventually win it. They say when a child laughs at his father's rotten yams, he's only laughing at the hunger that will befall him in due course. Now come, let's go straight to the locker room of Arsenal. Arsene Wenger is speaking this morning on the show Sportssquare, and the man believes Arsenal have a stomach to fight for a top 4 Premier League finish as they prepare for tomorrow's tricky tip. Yes, indeed, a trip to Stoke City. It will not be an easy one, I must tell you, but the man called Arsene Wenger says we can still do this, we can make it happen. But what about Stoke City manager, the man called Tony Pulis? What about him this morning? He's also speaking on the show. Yes, Sportssquare, I tell you, and he says they will not let the Premier League title race affect them. Oh my word, talking about the manager of West Bromwich Albion, as we go straight into their locker room this morning. Tony Pulis, talk to us.
Well, firstly, I think you've got to give Chelsea, Antonio, the players, Chelsea Football Club, great credit to be, in with a great chance of winning a double. They deserve to be where they are. They've been, the most consistent team in the league this year, and they come to our place with a chance of winning it. So they deserve a hell of a lot of credit. We'll give it our best. I think we have a responsibility to our supporters. We're still chasing a points tally that will keep us in 8th position. So we have a lot to play for, and we're looking forward to the game. The players have been very good this week, and we're really looking forward to the game, Rob. Whether they celebrate on our pitch or whether they celebrate back at Stamford Bridge, that's, they deserve to be where they are for what they've done so far, and that's great credit, as I've said, to everybody at Chelsea Football Club. We're just looking forward to a game of football that there's 3 points riding on it for them and for us. And
3 points for them and for us. The words of the man called Tony Pulis inside the locker room of West Bromwich Albion. They say no matter how hot water is, it can never burn down a house. I tell you, yes, the ocean will never swallow a person with whose leg it does not come in contact. Now come, let's go straight to giving it to you just the way you love, right here on the show Sportssquare. Very, very shortly, I'll be giving you what the stars are saying on social media, so watch out for that one, ladies and gentlemen, right here on your award-winning station, 88.9 Brella for Rella. Come, let's go straight to giving you more. This morning on the show, the Elder ready for you. And you know when the Elder is ready, it's all about big things coming from his mouth. Now come, let's go straight to the locker room of Ajax, where coach of the side, Peter Bosz, has called on his youthful Ajax side to make history after they progressed to the Europa League final with a thrilling 5-4 aggregate victory over Olympique Lyonnais. Kasper Dolbeck's sublime strike midway through the first half at the Parc Olympique Lyonnais ultimately proved decisive, and that was last night despite Lyon fighting back through Alexandra Lacazette's double and Rachid Ghezel's late header. The visitors were reduced to 10 men in the closing stages, but they held firm to claim a place in their first European final since 1996 after 21 years. They're back in the final of a major tournament, talking about the team you know as Ajax Amsterdam. And finally, let's go straight to the Swan, ladies and gentlemen. It's all about going straight to the locker room of West Ham United, where they have announced, yes, the man called Slaven Bilic, coach of the side, has announced that Mikel Antonio has signed a new long-term contract with the club. The winger, who is sidelined with a serious hamstring injury, has agreed to a new deal that will reportedly run until 2021. And according to Antonio, the man says, just like Dr. Cedar, he's over the moon as he loved this time with the club, and he's just happy that they've managed to get things sorted so they can move on to the next season, and then he will be looking to also do his best right here on the show called Sportssquare.
Give me overdose, oh baby, Simon Quay.
All right, Overdose still right here making things happen. Very, very shortly, I'll be giving you the interview segment where one man, Sally Sunakande, is on board. And yes, you do know I'll be paying all things right here on the show this morning. But come, let's go straight to Twitter. What are the fans? Oh, did I say the fans? The players, actually. What are they saying this morning on Twitter? Well, it's dominated by players of Manchester United and Chelsea. Of course, Chelsea looking forward to making it a wonderful title winning match against West Bromwich Albion later today. While of course for Man United, they are happy to have made it to the Europa League final. We start off from Antonio Valencia, his Twitter handle at Anto_V25. He says, we accomplished our first goal. Thank you for your support, and to my mates for their strength at Man United. All right then, what about the man called Ander Herrera? Yes, at Ander Herrera's Twitter handle, he says it has been a very tough and long way, but we are in the final. At Ogu John Ogu, our very own Nigerian brother John Ogu Gochuku, he says all this wouldn't have been possible without God, family, teammates, determination, hard work, and my fans. Longing for more next season. And there's a picture, or three pictures, of the man with three trophies right there, talking about Hapo Besheva's John Ogu Ugochukwu. David Luiz is also on Twitter this morning, and he says, we need another major step. It won't be easy. Are you with us? With a question mark. Hashtag come on Chelsea. And that is from David Luiz. His Twitter handle at David Luiz _4. Yes, indeed. At Marcus Rashford is the man up next. And he says, another final. Simply amazing. Yes, that's coming from Marcus Rashford. Lucas Leiva. You know him, the Liverpool midfielder at Lucas Leiva 87 says, my story, Lucas, 10 years red, coming soon to Liverpool Football Club TV. All right then. And finally, Edwin van der Sar says, what a final in Stockholm. Different trophy for two great clubs at AFC Ajax, at Man United. We are back at Europa League. All right then. And the man, of course, you know, in the year 1996, on 95, he won, of course, the Champions League with Ajax, and then at the Luzhniki Stadium in 2008, won the Champions League with Manchester United. So he's so happy. And Marion Fellaini at Fellaini's Twitter handle says, on to the final, with 4 exclamation marks and hashtag MUFC. Right about now, it's the interview segment on the show. It is Sportssquare.
Give me overdose, oh baby, Simon Quay.
If you want sports stories on the go, live audio visuals, lifestyle, betting tips, live score, and much more. Then click www.brilla.net.
Give me overdose, oh baby, Simon Quay.
Interview segment of the show Sportssquare, and this morning we're going all the way to hook up with an ex-international, former Golden Eaglets player, a man who also loves beach soccer. He was part of the organizing committee for the African Beach Soccer Nations Cup that was held last year in Nigeria. A pleasure to welcome to the interview segment this morning, Coach Salisu Nakande. How you doing?
I'm very fine.
All right, let's start off with, of course, the Super Sand Eagles. A whole lot of people really did not expect them to go far due to their poor preparation at the FIFA 2017 Bahamas World Cup. But then Nigeria failing to get out of the group stage, winning just one game out of the three, subsequently not qualifying for the group.
Actually, like I always tell you, we need a good preparation, and we need now players to play on the sand, not players playing on the grass. We need to prepare those players. Even though this championship, you can see, we need a lot of experienced players to be there. But we need to start somewhere, which we mean we need players that can only play in the sand, not converting players from the Premier League, National League into our Sand Eagles. Actually, they have done their best, but with the preparation is very shabby. And you don't blame them, they have done what they could do. I think they lost even gallantly.
Wow, lost gallantly. All right, let's look ahead to the Super Eagles of Nigeria. They're getting set, looking ahead to the Corsica camp. They will be battling Corsica in a friendly, and it's all about preparing them for the AFCON qualifier against South Africa. I know that you've seen the list of players invited by Gennard Raw. What do you make of it?
Actually, with the best legs we have now and the current form some of our players are having in the English Premier League and some European leagues, I'm not having doubts. And with the preparation with the new coach now, assisted by Salisu Yusuf, Imama, and Co, I think we are going to have a very formidable team. Because most of our players now are free from injury and they are top level. So I don't think we'll have much problem with the qualification.
But then, looking at the team, I know you follow the Super Eagles very well. If you were to highlight one area the team needs to work on right now, where would it be? Defense, midfield, attack?
Actually, defense. Because we need a goalkeeper that can read our defense and talk to them and arrange them in a way that we may not even have a problem from the midfield. You have a good goalkeeper that can arrange your defense, you will end up having a better midfield. So I think we should fortify our defense and the goalkeeping area, then we can still have a better midfield.
All right, looking at it, Salisu, I know that you were part of the victorious 1985 Golden Eaglets and our youth football. Recently, we did not qualify for either the under-17 African Youth Championship or the under-20 African Youth Championship. How can we improve when you talk about age grade football, under-20s, under-17? What should be done to actually revive it and move it to the next level?
Actually, we must go back to school sport. What I mean, because everybody will say go back to school sport, we need to do a genuine screening. Allow good players to be there. We should take away sentiment. I think that's the problem of our football right now in Nigeria. Even at the grassroots level, we have a lot of sentiment. The coaches should work hard, go to different angles of this country. During our time, that's what really happened. Give the best players that are qualified to be there. Please, people should not be sending players, because once you send players from the grassroots, that's the end of our football. And this is exactly what is happening now in Nigerian football. Problem, sentiment coming out from the grassroots. So we must go back to school sport, Adebayo Cup, WISCOM competition, all these short competition, and to be sincere in selecting the players. I think that will help our growth of youth football.
But then when you also talk about youth football, one thing comes to mind. getting the actual age of these players. I mean, we've had stories of players who make these teams, but then people come out to say, you know what, this player is overaged, or this player had played in 3 different clubs before playing at the under 17 or even at the under 20. You find out that 3 or 4 under 20 World Cups, the same set of players actually represent Nigeria. What can be done to tackle age cheats, especially at this level?
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. When you go to school, use their principles. By the time they enter secondary school, you can monitor them. You will know, follow the exact age. If you have a competition, make sure you don't. If you involve the parents, sometimes the parents also tell lies. So you can monitor them. Some of us that travel, most of us are in secondary school, final year or whatever. But at least it's going to minimize the cheating. Follow them through schools, through their local coaches, so that you can be able to run away from that. And youth program should not be a must-win competition for Nigeria, because it's where you will develop the talent to grow into the national team. So even if we are losing at the World Cup, it doesn't matter, but we should do the right thing by reaching the right age through schools. We can really going to get the championship. Even the academies we are having in Nigeria, you hardly see an academy training under 10, under 13. Most of the academies we're having in Nigeria, they are training players about 20, 25. That's where we're having a lot of problems. So I think we should strictly go to secondary school. Again, we shouldn't bother about losing in the World Cup playoff. Let's qualify and play. Even we are losing 10-0, let us have a developmental program for Nigerian youth. I think that's where we can overcome such things.
Well, on that note, I want to say a big thank you to you, Sally Sonakonde, former Golden Eaglets player, and of course, a man who really loves the game of football so well. It's been a pleasure having you on the show, Sportssquare. I will say enjoy your weekend. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's my pleasure, and thanks everybody. Enjoy your weekend.
88.9.
They've taken the lead.
Thriller FM.
All right, that's it on the show this wonderful day. Yes, indeed. Sports Radio 889 Umbrella FM. Like the others always tell you that, yes, indeed, do not expect to be offered a chair when you visit a place where even the chief sits on the floor. Yes, but I know that one lady will not be sitting on the floor and giving us information this morning. She's right here in the studios. And, of course, I'm looking forward to what she has for us. How you doing, lady? All right then.
Yeah, so who doesn't like a new thing? I'm here again. It's the like a Sarah apple drink in a fresh new